Sam will be joining us momentarily.
Yeah.
What'd you make?
I made mushroom risotto. First time, too.
First time ever?
Yeah.
Never made anything like it?
No.
Never made anything like it?
Well, I mean, I've made rice and I've cooked mushrooms before and things like that, but...
I feel like I've had this before, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Really?
I think so.
I also put together a little salad, too, slaved over that.
That's my job.
So, lettuce, shredded carrots, and croutons.
Can't forget the croutons.
A real,
Little bit ranch.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Salt.
I was going to say something.
Black pepper.
Well, it's gone now.
Oh, it probably wasn't that important.
Yeah. So, this bottle's hanging on for dear life.
And it's all like ranch all over it. My hand is soaked right now.
You're the one that uses it majority of the time too, so it's probably your fault.
I mean,
so.
it's ranch. How do you not use it?
Okay. I'm going to spoon some for myself first since I cooked it, so.
Well, ladies first anyway.
No, you can't take credit for like being like, oh no, you take some first. I said I was gonna take some first.
I said ladies first.
I already said I was gonna take some first.
Oh, well, yeah, I should have said that before you said that.
Stop trying to steal my idea.
Sorry.
That's right. I better apologize. Little brothers can be so annoying sometimes.
That's what I do.
Do you think I thought you were annoying when you were little?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because I used to do a lot of stuff that you'd be like, what was one thing? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. What we were talking about yesterday. So we went hiking yesterday, and it reminded me, because just the way we were walking, walking in front of somebody, and then you're instantly going slow. And that thought of back then when we used to live together back in our parents' house, because she said something to me a few times of stop walking in front of me, and
but I do that as an adult now too.
And I never caught that, and I caught it yesterday. And then there's other stuff too. I can't remember it's there, but I just can't think of the stuff that. Oh, I do remember this one thing. I kept saying something, and it was something being annoying, and you were like, please stop. And then I'd have to say it one more time and not hear her reaction. I said it to myself in my brain, all right, if she doesn't say stop, then I'll stop. But, then there'd be times where she stop, so I had to keep going. Some weird thing in my brain, but yeah, so I do remember something. Now, let's talk about what you did to annoy me.
Yeah, did I do anything to annoy you?
Not really.
Don't put this in front of your thing, because then you can't see your risotto.
True. Don't want the people to know.
Actually, I want a couple extra. I put a little extra mushrooms on top, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. I need that one. Okay.
Salt.
Oh, you want
I'm not prepared. I was yapping too much.
Do you want the dressing, too?
Sure.
Dressing?
Pepper. This is so good.
I officially went to Costco for the second weekend in a row. And I think we can say that we're Costco people, so. Yeah?
We're Costco siblings.
We're Costco people.
Yes. Costco is the wave, people. If you don't have a membership, go get a membership. It is worth it. Sam said it the best, I think. Not everything is the best deal, but majority is the avocados, right? You can guarantee that's a good deal.
Well, sometimes you can still, I think produce is a hard one to get a good deal on. It's pretty comparable to a regular grocery store, honestly. But meats, some of those bulk, a bulk dip, you know what I mean? A chip dip or something like that. Some of the cheeses, again, you get more variety, but at the same time, I get Tillamook a lot of times, and the block that they have, the price is comparable just to the grocery store in general. It's the stuff that you can buy in mega packs. That's good. But also too, I bought a watermelon today, which again probably would have been the same price as the grocery store, if not maybe a little bit more expensive. But it was so good, so good. It was crisp.
I kind of wanted the mini watermelons though. They had a little pack of 2 perfectly round small watermelons, and I don't know, it was just cool. But when we came home, she started cutting up the watermelon just to like, get it all cut up and everything. And we just blew through like a half of it.
I know. I was able to condense.
I'm so glad we didn't get the small watermelon.
Yeah, the 2 bowls. It's in 1 bowl now. So yeah. All right.
I must have had probably about 15 pieces.
It's so good though, and it's like, what do you eat? It's like you could eat a whole watermelon. It's like probably 50 calories. So, all right, you ready?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me show my plate off real quick.
Oh, I love the sound too. Like, listen.
Sounds like mac and cheese.
It does sound like mac and cheese. All right, ready? Let's dig in.
Let's do it.
Are we doing
this is dangerous.
Oh, seriously? What are you...
Easy. There we go. Ready? Let's dig in. Okay. I'm tasting like... You put vinegar in here?
Yes, because it called for white wine, and I didn't have any. And so I substituted it with rice vinegar, and I think I put a little bit too much. So there's a little bit of tang in it. But I don't mind rice vinegar. I like rice vinegar.
Yeah, I was just telling her, I'm not a big vinegar person, but I don't have a problem. Like, I won't eat it, but like, I'm just not crazy about it. But it's not bad.
I also think certain areas of it, maybe I didn't mix it up well enough, are a little bit more vinegary than others. But...
Yeah. Because that second bite, I didn't taste any.
Yeah. It has a little bit of a vinegar tang to it, but otherwise it's nice and creamy. This is my first time making it, so.
And for me personally with mushrooms, I don't like eating them straight up. Not that like, I mean, I've never had like a texture problem. A lot of people do, and I never really understood it, but maybe that's what it is, and I'm just not realizing it. But I don't like eating mushrooms when it's not mixed in with something. Like Philly cheesesteak. It's got to be in with rice. It's got to be on a sandwich, something like that. Other than that.
Sometimes they're just too chewy.
Maybe that's what it is. Like, because I'm not disgusted out by them.
No, that might be a texture thing, though, still, too. Like, them being too chewy.
Could be.
I think the child liked it, too. I asked her to have some and just give it a try. But
the child.
Because she doesn't like onions. She doesn't like mushrooms. She's such a conundrum. I've told her that, like, with her food palette. Because when she was younger, her dad and I would feed her, like, when she was a baby, she'd eat, like, sardines and steamed broccoli and all this kind of stuff. Her palate was so good. And then as she got older, she kind of developed a little bit more of that, like, typical kid. And that's part of the reason, too, why I want to cook more interesting dishes, too. Because, like, the other night when she, she doesn't like shrimp, but I made something with shrimp. And she was like, okay. Or no, when we were at Costco last weekend. And she's like, I'm going to try this shrimp. She doesn't like shrimp. She won't eat it. But she's like, I'm going to try this. And she did, and she didn't like it. But then we had coconut shrimp the other night, and we were just like, try it. You just have to try it. And she ended up liking it, actually. So.
The coconut shrimp the other night was so good. With the duck sauce. So good. And we have rice as well.
Yeah. Next time I make it, I'll make it with fried rice.
Yeah, but the great thing about Costco that I love the most, you can walk around, eat, and shop. Free samples. Obviously, you're not getting huge portions, but a little something like that is...
That's nice.
It makes you feel a lot better. It gives you like a little reset. Something on your stomach. First of all, food makes everyone happy. Right? If it doesn't, you got something wrong with you. But
agreed.
For people like that, like me, and Sam, a little reset like that.
There's probably there's got to be strategy behind that. First of all, there is probably strategy.
There is. I already know what it is.
One, there's probably a couple reasons. First of all, the stuff that they're usually showcasing is stuff that's like on sale or something like that, right? That product they're trying to push. The other one is, it probably keeps you in the store longer.
Yeah.
Buying more stuff.
No, it's a whole plan set up to make you happier. If you're happier, you're gonna want to stay in the place longer, which means you're gonna shop.
And when they have it set up all over the store, it helps you move through the whole store versus going in there for like one thing in particular.
Right. And yeah, obviously it could be a different thing. Like, oh, this is on sale. I liked it. I'm going to buy it. But probably majority of the people are, oh, it's a, you know, a little food. You know, you might be stressed out shopping, out of energy, whatever the case may be. You get a little something on your stomach, and you're like, all right, I'm good now. Now I can stay and focus on shopping. You know, it's a smart. It's a very smart. It's a brilliant. It's probably $1 million idea. Obviously, what they're making, it's $1 billion idea.
They and I ended up buying one of them too. Actually, I bought the protein drink that they were sampling. So
Yeah.
because it was good and it was what I was looking for. I've been looking for.
What did they have today? A pepper cream cheese stuffed pepper. They had
What was it?
a pepper, no, cream cheese stuffed pepper.
Oh, it was a cherry pepper.
Yeah.
That was a little malarkey, though, in my opinion. She's like, these are made in Greece. No, I'm sure the peppers are imported from Greece, and it says that on there. But the actual stuffing and all that kind of stuff, that's probably happening in a factory.
It was good, but it wasn't a big hype. Like you can do that probably better yourself. It wasn't.
We had some saucy. Listen, I love the Costco ladies there. I think they are great. I always say please and thank you. Like, but man, we had a couple saucy people today.
It was not a Sunday stroll in Costco. They were.
Maybe they were feeling the heat, you know. So
I think they needed a free sample because like they were just not happy. Like, yeah, but.
It's gotta be hard dealing with all those people too, probably.
It was definitely a little bit more packed than it was last weekend.
Was it?
Just a little bit, yeah. Especially checkout.
Oh yeah, but it does move so fast though.
It does, but that one side when you had to go to the pharmacy, that side was a little stacked up.
That guy who had the whole cart of avocados. Like, do you ever see someone's grocery cart and just think, like, what are they doing?
This guy's whole cart was full of avocados. Like they're in, you know, like a bag or netting, like a netting bag.
Yeah, a 5.
But it was full.
The whole cart was basically 3/4 of the way full of bags of avocados.
What a brilliant idea! Oh, I should have cut up an avocado with this.
I was probably like $200 worth of avocados in that cart.
Wow. Yeah, but we had the cream cheese stuffed pepper. We had a cracker on cheese. What are those crackers called?
They're like a multi-grain cracker. I can't think of what the
multi-grain. I can't think of the name. I can never remember that name.
With Havarti cheese. My daughter's I got an extra one because I touched the little sample cup because it didn't have a cracker in it.
There was.
And the lady's like, take it, and my daughter's like snatched it out of my hand.
There were these little like fruit snacks. Little squares. What was that? One was pineapple. She got strawberry then?
I can't remember. I ended up skipping all of them. They had liquid IV. You guys did that one, didn't you?
Yeah. That was good. That was strawberry.
Oh, really? I like the lemon lime, but they don't sell it in the big packs there.
Yeah, that was good. There was, what else? What else did we have?
Oh, those egg bites.
That was like it. That tasted just like a croissant, like in the beginning of biting into it. Oh, so good. That was so good. But I am going to buy that little like pineapple. It had like this. It looked like honey on the inside of the little fruit square. Yeah, it looked like honey. Yep, it was good.
Interesting.
It was so good.
Yeah.
They have a lot of stuff that I've never seen.
So you've never been to the food court yet, then, huh?
Have yet to get a chicken bake.
I don't know if they have chicken bakes at this one.
I thought I saw the sign for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. There's like a pink drink too. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
I don't know what that was. It was up on the.
Maybe it's a smoothie.
Yeah.
Oh. I think the other. Excuse me. It's so good. I'm choking.
I need some more.
I think the other thing too is like obviously just it's a kind of one-stop shop for a lot of stuff. So that's obviously what people enjoy. So because we went to the optical center today too. To look at glasses.
Oh yeah.
And whatnot. And I didn't even know they had that in that store. I've never even noticed it before.
It's kind of weird. You have to.
I was skeptical that they even had one there, but it's just tucked away.
You have to schedule an appointment with a third party. And
Oh, that is weird.
yeah, it's weird. Like, why can't I just go there and schedule an appointment? Because I'm trying to get a shade, a certain, like a tinted lenses. It's not sunglasses. I already have prescription sunglasses. But I'm trying to get my prescription lenses like that. It's got like a little tint. And they don't offer that there. So I have to find someone else. So if anybody knows any places like that, please let me know.
Doesn't the cameras look like a face going like this?
I guess.
So we did our pictures that we talked about in the last video. We did those on this weekend. And
yeah, that was cool.
they're so funny though. Cause they'd be like, make a surprise face. My mouth is all, I can't even do it right now because I got food in my mouth, but my mouth is all open. This wide.
Oh,
Me in the picture.
I forgot.
Oops.
Oh my god. Yeah, and there was this one picture where I looked like I was asleep. I was like, we're supposed to be like looking at a book, and I'm like this. Well, like my eyes were open. I was looking down.
If you were a wizard and you had gone to wizarding school, what kind of mischief do you think you would have gotten up to?
Like if I got in trouble?
Yeah. What would you be doing around the school? Do you think? Like what kind of trouble would you mischief? Yeah, what kind of mischief would you be getting into?
Well, I gotta keep it PG, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know, like.
so I know what you're trying to say. So in Hogwarts though, there's spells you can't go into. Like boys can't go into the girls' dormitory or anything like that. There's like a spell that prevents that kind of stuff.
That's not what I meant.
Oh. My brain is like.
No, I don't know. Probably skipping class.
Oh. Yeah, but you could use magic though.
To skip class?
No, I mean to get into trouble. You could do stuff. Pass the ranch, homie.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost now.
He's only 2 movies deep. Not even.
Not even. I didn't. We already told that, sir.
I didn't read the books. I had seen the movies like as they came out when I was younger. And I think I had one of the books, but I never read it. It wasn't until my adulthood, probably close to 10, probably like 8 years ago or so, that I actually read the books. And I was like, oh my gosh, because there's just so much more detail in the books. You know, anybody who's seen the books or read the books and seen the movies, you know that there's just so much more detail. And that happens with a lot of book to movie. God, what's the word? Anyway, I don't know. My brain. But yeah, it's a lot more detail. There's some plots and storylines that didn't make it to the movies, so they're just good. I read the series twice now, so and I've tried to make it through the audiobooks as well, and then I kind of fell off. But
I have yet to ever read a book.
That's not true. You've never read a book?
On my own, no.
What do you mean on your own?
Like on your own time?
Oh, like something that wasn't from the school or something like that?
Don't matter where it was.
Wait, how is that possible?
Full-size book.
What do you mean by a full-size book, too?
90-ish pages.
Oh. So you mean like a novel, then?
Well, how long's a book normally?
Well, a book could be a children's book. A book's a book. A book's a book's a book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've read a book.
I've read a children's book. Yeah. You've read a book.
Yeah.
But
That's why I was so surprised.
should I tell the messed up story about me in second grade with the book?
Tell us all, because I don't know.
I've told you a bunch of times.
With the book?
Yeah. All right, I'll tell.
Did you deface it or something like that?
So, it was Christmas time, and I was in second grade, and we were all, I think it was the end of the day. So, like, the teacher stopped, like, what we were doing. We had, like, 5 minutes left, 3 minutes left. So, she got everybody a present. So, everybody's, like, all hyped and stuff. You remember now? Everybody's all hyped. I was hyped. I'm like, oh my, you're a kid. Presents, whatever. So, she takes like this box out from underneath her desk, and it's like all the same shape for everybody. And I didn't kind of like realize that like at the moment, I was just like all worried.
Like, oh yeah.
So she got them all wrapped, and she starts handing them out, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like a game. It's candy. It's whatever. You're a kid. You don't know what to expect, but at the same time you do. I'm hyped. Puts it all on. I think she had us like cover our eyes or something for like a little bit. So anyway, she puts them all out, and then she's like, all right, you can rip it open. I start ripping it open. It's a book. And the look, I wish I could see, I would pay to see the look on my face. It was a book. And like the mixed emotions I had, like I would, first of all, I would never do something like this ever now. But at that time, I was not a school kid. If you gave me homework, forget about it. That was never getting done. Reading was not my thing. School in general was just not my thing. The mixed emotions I had of anger and like sadness. When she said we all could get dismissed, I stood up with my book and walked right to the door, and there was a garbage right there, and I threw the book right in the garbage and walked out of the room. I was so mad. I would never do something like that now, but oh my, I was so mad.
That's right. You did. Yeah, you did tell me that because I was telling you the story about how.
That still angers me to this day.
About how last year I collected books for all my students. So I have about 50 students that I see every single week for therapy. And I collected books through like free, any free like tables that some of the schools have. I pick through and personally like find ones that I thought looked good. I went to a bunch of free libraries, like the little lending libraries. Ever seen those before?
Mm-hmm.
Someone will have like a little, house on their property, and there's got books inside of it.
There's one right here, down the road.
Mm-hmm. And I spent a couple months from I spent some of October and November and some of December doing it, because I also put together an advent calendar of books too for my nieces, and then any like other little kids that are in my life, like my best friend, her daughters and everything. And then I sent those out to everybody, a book a day until Christmas. So I collected, probably 200 some odd books, and I wrapped them up and I gave them to all my kids. And again, and I also picked the books out according to like that kid as well too. I had the inventory that I had there, all different books. I'm like, oh, he's gonna like this one, and that one's for her, because I know what these kids like. I worked with them for years now. Anyway, blood, sweat, and tears, man. Blood, sweat, and tears. I put in this thing. And I had 2 students, who just like open it up and are just like, I was like, oh, you don't want it? Okay. 2 of them. Heartbroken.
Now, you know how much, like, when you're a kid, and kids in general, just when they see a present, like, and they're ripping it open, like, there's not, like, a normal piece of wrapping paper left. It's all torn apart. Yeah. I don't even think I ripped all the wrapping paper off. That's how, like...
She probably had to pay for those books, too, if it was the same one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember... 1, I don't remember what book it was, and 2, I don't know if she gave everybody the same book. But, sorry about that, Miss Myerson, if you ever see this video.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was bad. I wonder if she saw me do that.
Probably.
Right? Because she's watching the door, everybody walking out.
Yeah. She would have. Oh yeah.
Maybe that's maybe.
She's
I always felt like she didn't like me either. Now I'm kind of figuring out why.
This kid hates reading. I wasn't a big reader when I was a kid either, though. It depended, it would depend on what I came across. And I wouldn't say I got into reading too until I was like older, like a teenager. And even then, I wasn't a huge reader. I'm not now either, but there was a good few years ago where I was just putting down like a couple books a week, man. Oh my gosh. But they were all like romance novels though, and I was so embarrassed when people would be like, "What do you read it?" I'm like, I would never admit to it.
The Bachelorette.
So, because some of them would be like the really like, some of them would be like sweet romantic ones, like just like, I met somebody, we fallen in love kind of thing. But the other one, a lot of them too were just like the really smutty ones. You know what I mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
Like the really dirty ones where you're just reading stuff and you're like, I'm in public and I'm reading this. Like, this feels weird that I'm in public and also reading this at the exact same time. So yeah, when people are like, what kind of books are you into? I'm like, yeah, nonfiction? I guess no, that would be fiction. That wouldn't be nonfiction. So
I always forget that too.
Nonfiction is true.
Yeah.
Fiction is not true. You know what I always get mixed up? Oh God, I can't remember the word now.
Thinking?
No. Ladder. You know they say the former or the latter? The former or the latter?
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Yeah.
The former or the latter?
Dang it. What is it? Somebody help me out. Can I switch brains with someone just for a little bit?
You don't want mine. You'll go backwards.
Yeah, you're right, actually. No, I take that back. All right. Well, I think we're going to keep this short tonight because we're both tired.
Yeah.
And,
got work in the AM.
Well, you, not me.
Oh, yeah.
I got tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you believe that? Everyone's off for Veterans Day except me.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, because this will air after the day after Veterans Day, so.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So yesterday I should have had off.
But we're also going to watch Home Alone 2 tonight, so. Got to get that happening.
Home Alone 2.
Plus,
Boston, New York.
You got to clean the kitchen, so. Although, look at it. He's not even going after it. Look at him. Just.
The cat. He's not. He's lazy tonight. I think it's the weather. It's been a little overcast here lately, and I think the weather's getting to him. Finally, he needs to slow down. The cat is on 100 miles an hour like it's a racetrack.
Yeah.
So,
right, let's rate it.
Let's do it. You first. Just kidding. I'll go first. It was very good. I mean, it's not that it was bad. I just didn't like the vinegar.
Yeah, I put too much in there. I messed that up
at first, but other than that, I didn't taste it after that. It was good. Then the little side salad, of course, to top it off.
Love some croutons.
Yeah. What'd you think of your own dish?
You didn't rate it.
Oh, I don't think you want that. No, I'm just kidding. It was probably about. I give it an 8.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, agreed. The vinegar, I messed up. I put the same amount of rice vinegar in as it called for the same amount that the recipe had for white wine. Mm-hmm. And I think in order to substitute that, I should have had about half instead. So yeah, I was gonna give it a 7.5. Okay. Cause yeah, it was good. It was.
How
really
long
good.
did it take you to cook?
Like 45 minutes.
Because
the majority of it is you have to keep stirring it to get to, because I had to put a lot of vegetable broth in there, so you have to keep stirring it and stirring it and stirring it to cook out the liquid while the rice is in there. So
no, it's definitely not a bad dish.
No. I mean, I'll eat it for lunch tomorrow.
Now, what would you plug in with a side for this besides salad? Like, what could you plug in? It's very hard because I don't know if corn would. I was thinking like corn.
No, because if you got this at a restaurant, this would be a dish by itself on the plate.
Right? Because the rice.
You'd have a salad beforehand. This would be a main. Yeah.
It's just right to the dessert.
You could put some garnish on there, like some fresh thyme or something like that. But
yeah.
No, these don't get sides. This is an all-in-one dish, like you said, because it's got the rice and everything like that. So If anything, I'd say you would serve this as a side to something like maybe, I don't know, a steak or something like that. Yeah. Earlier he said filet mignon, and I thought he said flaming. I hope they have flaming young. I was like, what is that? It's like steak. I was like, oh, my bad. So yeah, 7.5 for me, 8 for you.
8 for me. It wasn't a bad dish at all.
I can live with that. And this is my first time making it. Now I know don't put as much rice vinegar in there. Get white wine next time. So.
Ooh. White wine.
Shall we say Auf Wiedersehen?
That mean goodbye?
I think it does, right?
In what language?
German?
Is it? That doesn't sound German. That sounds more like French.
Auf Wiedersehen? No. French?
Yeah, like
no.
Auf Wiedersehen. Like it doesn't sound like you know what I mean? Like,
German does not sound as harsh as people think it does.
Sometimes it does. It does. It sounds like that more hard, like, pronunciation.
It also depends who you're talking to and stuff like that. I actually really grew to love German language when I spent some time over there. So, Auf Wiedersehen.
That sounds like French to me.
Auf
Wiedersehen.
You say, God, what do they say for bye? And bonjour is hello. What is, because it's actually like Auf Wiedersehen. So it's like Auf Wiedersehen. So it's, you know, there's a little bit more sounds in there. So the back of the throat. That's a hard one to do as an American.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's time to go.
Ciao.
Later. Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, we're probably butchering that, but goodbye.
Later, people.
Ugh.
Till next time.
Pretty sure my back just popped.